What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Outlier podcast. We missed 2 weeks in a row. Holidays, laziness, busy,
Procrastination.
procrastination, personification, all that good stuff.
It will loss of a nation.
But yeah, guys, welcome back to another episode. So I did mention in the last episode that we were gonna do a pick one video each, right? So I'm gonna start this week off, and then next week you're gonna hit us with the video. So yeah, we're gonna do that instead of the hot seat questions, which we usually do. So let's do this video. So before I pull up the video, though, I want to talk about the not context, but just want to mention that we have talked about this subject before. So
Yeah.
for those of you that don't know, we did talk about this before. So Garry is a UFC fighter who married this 40-year-old woman, had a kid with her, and we talked about how he was kind of a simp for taking her ex's last name as his own, right? And I think even the son has his ex's last name, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, basically he's a simp, and I don't know why he would do that, blah blah blah. So this video is an update to that story. So let's watch it.
You guys, I never talk about anybody's spouses, but this shit ain't right. It ain't fucking right. I gotta talk about it. Garry, I remember when I met you, dude. It was in New York. You were this fine ass girl. She had the little nipple coverings. We all fucking seen it, right? Everybody fucking seen it. But I remember thinking to myself, there ain't something right about that girl. There's something about that woman that ain't fucking right. The way she walked, the way she looked, the way she talked, I knew it. Now I'm finding out you're 26, she's fucking 40, the ex-fucking husband lives with you, you took the last name, motherfucker, she wrote a book on how to be a wag. I didn't even know what a wag was until now, dude. This shit ain't right, dude. She's a succubus. You gotta run away, bro. Hot girls are a dime a dozen. We'll get you one, we'll get you ring girls, we'll get you two at the same time, bro. You gotta pull the ripcord, man. It ain't fucking right, my friend. You gotta pull that fucking ripcord. I'm here for you, then making news here for you. Do the right things, Garry. Fucking pull that fucking ripcord.
Yeah. So basically, if you guys don't know who that is, that's Sean Strickland. He's a current not middleweight champion
Middleweight, yeah.
of the UFC, and he's talking about how Garry basically, all right, so someone there was a little beef between a MMA reporter and Garry, right? And this MMA reporter really, to get at him back, dug deep and found out that his wife, I don't know her name, I think it's Layla. I'm gonna just say Layla. I don't know if that's her real name, but she wrote a book on how to be a wag. Do you know what a wag is?
I don't know the definition, but I would assume it's a cuck.
No, so she wrote a book on how to be a wag, which is a woman that that gets with a younger athlete male to secure the bag. That's what a wag is. And she wrote a book about it. You can even go on Amazon and buy it. This is a real book that she wrote before she met Ian, right? So she was already like plotting on shit like this and like, right? So that came out, and now obviously Sean is begging Ian to kind of like get out of this now that the truth came out. And there's another video that supposedly Ian is trying to sue Sean now because of what he said, basically calling out his wife and all that. So do you think this is right that he's doing that?
So first of all, before we even get into that, let's talk about what Sean is doing, because like, let's not act stupid. We know that like him trying to help Ian here, he's not really trying to help him. He's really shitting on him. Like, this is the type of humor that you have, bro, where you're like, bro, get out of that situation, bro, but you're really shitting on the guy. Mm-hmm. So that's for starters. But that's what Sean is about, bro. Like, that's why he's kind of blowing up right now, I guess, not just for being a champion, but because he's super outspoken and he has really no filter, which we can appreciate in a time like this that everything is going so left and so progressive. Someone like Sean is definitely needed. But as far as the situation goes, I think it's silly that Ian's trying to sue him for saying Yeah, for saying like just words.
Well,
Like, come on, bro.
so he also mentioned in that video, I don't know if you guys picked up on it. He said that the ex-husband lives with them. So Layla's ex-husband lives with Ian and her, and he's also his nutritionist. So he works for Ian as well. So Ian writes this man a check and gives him somewhere to live, and took his last name. And yeah, so with all those things being, I guess, considered true, right? That's what everyone's saying, and he's not denying it. He hasn't come out and been like, "No, this is false." He's just staying quiet, which is, a form of
Odd.
Yeah, that's odd. If you could just easily be like, "That's not true," right? But he's not. He's not saying that. So if all of that is true, what do you think about that? Do you think he's a cuck, or do you think he's a nice guy? You think he's a simp?
He's definitely a cuck, right? I mean, you think about it, bro. You're a professional fighter. You're going to be out there training and stuff like that. This guy who is your wife's ex-husband, nutritionist, is staying at home with the family while you're out. You telling me the wife ain't going to get some of that XPP, bro? Come on now.
Yeah, but it's not even about that though. Like, even if that never happens, just the fact that you, as a man, are like allowing that situation to be a real thing is crazy, right?
Yeah, definitely not masculine at all.
So the question is, like, what does Ian do here? Like, he's kind of in a similar situation like Logan Paul, I feel like, where he's like with this girl now that like he's kind of stuck with. You know what I mean?
Well, at the end of the day, it's like it's Ian's decision. Like, if he wants that situation, so be it. I feel like the only thing is like the perception. Let's just say like this is the perfect situation for him, right? That he wants to be in the situation. He has to come out and admit to it. Like, hey guys, this is the way I want to live my life, because he can't play the card where like, oh, it's not true, but actually living it and stuff like that. Because then now you look guilty. Now you look stupid. You know what I mean? So.
100%.
But if he doesn't want to live like that, you just have to have enough courage to step out of that. You know what I mean? Because it's very possible that he is a simp to the point where this girl just has him in a chokehold and he doesn't want to leave, and then that box is too good for him to leave, I guess.
That's fucking crazy. Well, I don't know. I don't know what he does at this point, but what makes it really hard is that he has a kid with her now. You know? If it was like, oh, you're just married with no kids, then that's a little bit easier to deal with, even though divorce is fucking annoying, right?
But well, she has a kid with both those guys living in that house.
Right? Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. But it is what it is, bro. I think he should
But you kind of called this out though, because you were so amazed and dumbfounded at the fact that he was willing to change his last name for the kid. And for me, it was like, not a big deal. Who cares, bro? People do crazy things. But you kind of took it as like, no, bro, this is a red flag. Something has to be deeper.
It kind of makes sense now, because he had mentioned how he didn't want his son to be like feel like he was left out, or feel like they're different from the other kid, right? Because they have different names. But now it makes sense because they're all raised under the same household with two dads and one mom, and it's just like he's kind of sharing a woman. You know what I mean? In a way.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird, dude. That's weird as fuck. Let us know what you guys think about that. I just think it's I just feel bad for him more than anything. You know, that's you got boy. But
does he live in Cali? Sounds like he lives in Cali.
Nah, I don't know what you mean by that. But he's like 27 years old, bro. He's young, right? So a lot of.
Damn, he's he's my age. Damn, forget you're not my age.
He could beat your ass. Can you believe that?
Fuck no. Ain't no man with another man's last name gonna beat my ass, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, tell him that then.
I'm gonna tell him.
All right, so we're gonna move on. So, this is kind of another cuck guy. Did you hear about the Adam22 reality TV show?
Oh, the reality TV show. I did.
You heard about it?
Yeah, I heard about it. So essentially, he's hosting the show where they're getting candidates to come on the show and to see who is going to make it or who's the best fit to bang his wife, which is Lena the Plug, right?
Yeah, that's literally
That's
what's going on. Yeah.
insane,
People
bro.
thought it was like a joke or like they were messing around, but it's real. They made a whole trailer for it. They made like I think it's gonna be on YouTube. Like they got YouTube on board to like fucking host this show, and they're gonna post it and they're gonna compete. And at the end of the season, I guess there's gonna be a guy that gets to peel the muffin cap back blue on his wife on video.
That's insane, bro.
But
That's insane.
I don't understand. Like, do people really care about money that much? You know what I mean? Like,
that's what it comes down to, right?
like is money really that important to you that you would sell your own wife off to another man, and she's okay with it too? You know what I mean? Like that says a lot about both of them. I mean, they're perfect for each other, honestly. Like for real, because
yeah,
they're completely on the same page, and you know, good for them, I guess. But I just it's so weird to me, foreign.
some people say like, well, if that's what they want, you let them be happy, and it's like, I get that to a certain extent, but like it's very hard for me to believe that they are actually like happy.
Yeah, they're for sure doing it for money. They're not doing it because this is like
Yeah,
their
yeah.
hobby, you know. So they and their way they're selling out, definitely selling out. You know, they're selling his wife's cheeks to some random dude, you know, for likes, attention, money, all that. It just feels cheap as fuck. Like such a
So apparently they already have a thing going on with their podcast. I've never watched it, but where they have a podcast with a girl porn star, and then they have sex with the porn star after.
yeah. I think it's called like sex talk or something. Yeah, they do a podcast, and then at the end of the podcast, they have sex, like a threesome, but it's always a girl. It's always a girl they interview. So it'd be like Adam, Lena, and then a girl.
Mm.
But apparently, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if the show they're gonna do like Adam too, and then the guy. I don't know. That's kind of weird, right? But I think that's what they want to do is like a threesome with 2 guys, 1 girl. Which
Really?
is, yeah. You know, the part that's sad to me is that they have a kid, and
Yeah.
this fucking kid he has no choice, bro. Those are his parents. Those are his fucking parents. That sucks, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
But they're not thinking about like the repercussions that kid's gonna face. Not them, the kid.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
that's. I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a kid that was getting bullied in school and actually committed suicide because of his mother's OnlyFans. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And people were saying like, well, we need to talk about how like this isn't the fact that his mother was doing OnlyFans. The issue is that the kid was getting bullied.
Oh God.
Yeah, but it's like no, that like kids always bully you, right? But
Yeah, this is the perfect form of not taking accountability
mm-hmm.
for your own actions.
Yeah.
Like just we're so programmed to point the finger now that we can't ever stop and think, okay, what did I do?
Mm-hmm. Well, like we like growing up, we all know that kid that had a hot mom and would always get teased for it, like, damn, that's your mom, you know? But it was never like it would never went above that. Like you have a hot mom. But now kids are able to take it to a new level where like, dude, we saw your mom's ass and she was getting pounded, and you know what I mean? And then they pull up the video. You know they're doing that, bro. In school, they're pulling up the video, man. Bumping
There's
that
some
shit,
savage ass kids out there,
Yeah,
bro,
100%.
for sure.
Like, think about what that would do to you, like as if you were that kid and they're playing a video, your mom just getting fucking railed by 3 big black cocks, you know?
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, like me as a kid, dude. Like I think I've talked about it here. Like my parents were like my superheroes. I for some reason growing up, I never thought that they did any wrong. So whenever someone told me that my parents are wrong or my parents are doing something bad, a part of me got like super defensive to the point where I was like, no, like that's not true. Like that can't be right. Blah 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 blah. Whether it was my uncles, like friends or whatever it was. whatever, like my parents were the Bible. Like whatever they said was true.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as a kid, like you're so vulnerable and impressionable that of course that shit's gonna hurt your feelings.
Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting how like this is clearly repercussions of something that his mom did, right? Like you put your kid
Yeah.
in that situation, but she's like, no, it's like bullying in general. Like if he was just getting
Bullying is never gonna stop. And
yeah, but you're giving
there's
them
all,
ammo. That's the problem. Is like
yeah.
you shouldn't make your kid's life harder than it's already gonna be going to public school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like my wife was talking about our little boy. Well, I had brought it up. I said maybe we should put him in one of those schools that are like are ahead of it, like one of those college schools where it's like once they're at the high school level, they're like doing half college classes.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I don't want that because they do it from middle school all the way to high school, and she's scared that he's gonna get bullied. I'm like, bullying is gonna happen. I mean, it happens in friend groups. Like we bully each other.
Yeah.
You know, our group is just like we find any little thing to bully us, and I tell her like our job is not to shield him from being bullied, is learning how to deal with being bullied.
Yeah,
Because it's gonna happen
it's
regardless.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it grows character if you handle it right, you know? So if you teach
Yep.
your kid how to do it right or handle that situation, then that's all you can really do. You can't protect them from the world forever.
For
'Cause
sure, bro.
eventually he's gonna meet those bullies in real life, you know?
For sure.
But yeah. I think that's it, man. That's it, brother.
A little short one
A
today.
little short one, 16 minutes, 17 minutes. Anything else you want to add before we end this hoe?
Hey, guys, we're definitely gonna get a longer podcast next week. We're a little bit pushed on time today. I mean, I have to be taking off pretty soon here, so does he. So he's like, you know what? Instead of just skipping another week, let's record really quickly and try to get this up as soon as possible. But we'll make it up to you guys for next episode. Let us know down in the comments what y'all want us to talk about, some other videos, some hot seat questions, things along those lines. So
Yeah.
we'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah, make sure you guys link a video or just mention a video that you want us to react to and talk about. And if you guys don't, then Roger here will take over and he'll pick a video. But yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you guys again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Peace.
Peace.